so I'd like to go over to the shops. And he said, well, let me have a look at your record. Gee, he said, you get an average of 76%. He said, you must be doing okay. I said, all I do is wash the brushes and clean off the counter. So he said, well, just keep doing it. You're doing well. So that's how much I learned in art, and the results show. So I really admire, but you know who I really admire is Miley and Julie. This morning at our business, at our Chamber of Commerce opening, I mentioned how small business is so important to the economy of our country. But you're so important to projects like this. That is such a generous gift. Congratulations. Thank you for being such community supporters and for supporting the arts so well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's important to give an opportunity for our young artists and older artists as well to display some of their wares. I was somewhat surprised at a program down Lancaster where they just took some pictures and passed them throughout the community, and the goal was to bring back some art around those pictures. And there showed up to be 35 or 40 different artists came from the area, and various paintings, abstract, all kinds of different ideas. And I was really impressed with just how much talent there was there that we didn't really know about. They were struggling to get some place to display their art. So the two have to come together. We have a lot of talent throughout the community, but there's no place to really display their art. And I think that something like this is a long time coming for some of the art that's already out there, but some of the stuff that's still to come, because there is a lot of talent that I think the volunteers that are really have seen the need for this and are moving on this project.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. I can see from these two fellas, at least I can see 1/3 there, 1/3 there. Based on the a couple steps closer. And then the final step seems to be coming in quite well through the donations to your group. When we talk about the arts, I'm not one that has been known to be involved with the arts. And that doesn't mean that the arts are not important to the community, because it's not about me, it's about the community. There seems to be a desire. City Council is doing their homework, because we're only going to get one opportunity to do it, and we're going to do it right. The planning process sometimes seems to be dragging on, but it is necessary to ensure the end result is what the arts community wants, what the community as a whole wants, and what we can afford. When we take a look at, when I talk about not being that familiar or close to the arts, is in the last couple of months, it's becoming more and more apparent to me about the hidden talents that we do have within the community. An example would be the Cheetos telethon this year that they're doing. The designer of the teddy bear is the same as a Holy Trinity student, and very young. And the question was asked of her when there, and they said, well, how did you come up with this design for the poster? She just looked and said, somebody told me to draw a teddy bear, and that's what she did, and she won the award. Just last, I believe it was Monday or Tuesday, I had an opportunity to go to the Bravo breakfast for the Catholic District School Board of Eastern Ontario. And at that Bravo breakfast, I was sitting with a student. It was a grade 5 or 6 student from Bishop McDonnell. And I said to her, what's your favorite subject in school? Art. And it just seems to be coming back, and you hear it, and you hear it, and you hear it. Certainly, council has heard it. I think the community has heard it. Now we've not only heard it, we're seeing action that's being taken. If you take a look at the Benson Center, it's always been a requirement. It took 8 years to go from an idea to something that is real and tangible. And it started with donations of $2,500 into a fund. And that started. The young ladies from the Seeker have done an excellent job by getting this message out. I'm sure more will happen and more people will support you. So can say is, city council has heard the message. We are working in that direction. We just ask to be patient so that it can be planned properly.
I guess I have the opportunity to make the final comments, and I appreciate that opportunity. I want to first recognize Susan and her daughter Kayla for providing the wonderful refreshments to us today. I know that you've been long involved in the arts, you've been a supporter of the arts, and you continue to work indefatigably to see it become a reality and a dream. And for that, I say to you personally, thank you very, very much. I also want to recognize that 3 important individuals are here with us today. They each represent a level of government. That's important, because this is going to be an expensive project. This is not something that's going to cost a few dollars. At the end of the day, whether it's a refurbishment and or new, it's going to cost money. And you can betcha that this committee and others will be coming to you and looking for commitment from you to see this become a reality. That's just the truth. So I want to say thank you very much for your attendance here today. It supports us, it bolsters us, it makes us realize that the dream is more than a dream. It's going to become a reality, and that's a good thing. I also want to close too by saying thank you to the members of the collective. I'm new on the scene. I have no artistic background, other than a few flower beds around the house. That's about it. But I come with a desire, having heard about an art center now for years and years and years. I have no biases. I have no irons in any fire. The only fire that I have is in my belly, and that's to see an art center realized. That's what it is. So that's why I'm here. I'm a volunteer, as is everyone else on this committee. And we are working hard. And we need your support, gentlemen, to make this happen. So I'm going to say thank you to everyone for your presence here today. Special thanks to the members of the media. You know, the message has to go out. It's bigger than this room. It's bigger than the numbers of persons that are gathered here. It's a community thing. And the community needs to be made aware. And how better to make them aware than through the media? And to these 2 lovely ladies, I'm not going to say thank you. I'm going to give you a hug.